Investigate TV Plus. Weekday mornings at 11:30 on Fox 5.
Las Vegas's favorite lifestyle and entertainment show.
We got an exclusive tour. Tell me more about that one.
Check it out today.
Get more on Fox 5, weekdays at 10.
The ex-officer convicted of murdering George Floyd is stabbed in prison. What we know about his condition and the previous security issues at that facility.
A Black Friday bummer. I'll tell you how Wynn employees missed out on some of the best holiday deals because of a banking error.
And a call to keep it moving on pedestrian bridges. The new rule county leaders could impose on walkways all over the Strip. And large crowds in search of deals at Valley shopping malls. The sights and sounds of Black Friday, as some analysts insist it's becoming a thing of the past.
It's the biggest game of the year for UNLV football when they get ready to host San Jose State tomorrow at 12 p.m. Barry Odom and his staff want to see 65,000 at Allegiant Stadium as the Rebels will be looking to clinch a regular season Mountain West title and advance to their first ever championship game. We'll hear more from UNLV football coming up.
First with breaking news. Fox 5 News starts now.
We begin with breaking news. Metro Police are investigating a homicide just east of downtown Las Vegas. We know it happened in a parking lot near Fremont and Charleston, but beyond that, details are limited. We are expecting an update from police later tonight, and we plan to bring that to you live as it happens. Also developing tonight, the ex-Minnesota cop convicted of murdering George Floyd has been seriously injured in a stabbing. Derek Chauvin has been serving a second-degree murder sentence at a medium security prison in Tucson, Arizona. The source says he was attacked by another inmate this afternoon. Prison staff were forced to perform life-saving measures before reportedly sending Chauvin to the hospital. No employees were hurt. The prison where it happened is said to be understaffed and plagued by security lapses. A year ago, an inmate was able to obtain a gun and tried to shoot a visitor when that weapon misfired. In 2020, video of Derek Chauvin kneeling on George Floyd's neck sparked protests throughout the country. The three other officers involved in that deadly arrest were also convicted of other crimes. A direct deposit issue left some Wynn employees without a paycheck today, just as the holiday season wraps up. Fox 5's Mike Allen joins us now to explain what happened. Mike.
Yeah, Joe, this morning, Wynn employees woke up to a memorandum for corporate saying their bank was unable to process their checks. Now, this was eventually resolved today, but because of the delay, a father of 7 says he was unable to get the Black Friday deals he wanted for his kids' presents.
Black Friday, the biggest time of the year, yeah, we missed out because of them.
A Wynn employee who talked to me on the condition of anonymity told me he received a memorandum from the resort saying he won't be getting paid until a bank issue is sorted out. Fox 5 obtained a copy. It says, Bank of America has informed us that they experienced a delay in processing our direct deposit checks today, November 24th. Clearly, we are deeply disappointed this happened and understand how essential it is for you to receive your payroll check on time. We have directed Bank of America to complete processing payroll checks. When the direct deposit is complete, you'll be informed via text message. Thank you for your patience. The employee who spoke with me says it's a good thing he hit the slot machines before this notice came out.
To be honest with you, I didn't even have the gas to get to work. I went to Dottie, I won $800. That's how I ended up making my car payment and getting gas.
Even though the essentials are squared away now and the check did get deposited around 2 Friday afternoon, he wound up missing out on the deals he was counting on to get his 7 kids Christmas presents.
Now that they submitted it, by the time we get to the stores, everything is gone. Everybody knows how Black Friday works. The main sellers go quick, so if you're not the first few there, you ain't getting nothing.
Despite the setback, he tells me he's going to make sure his kids get the presents they want regardless.
You could give them it later, but it's still not the same, you know what I mean? They look forward to waking up Christmas Day to having it on Christmas Day. Not, no, let me wait a year later, or let me wait for my birthday.
That employee tells me he's going to try to find some Cyber Monday deals for his kids instead. Reporting live tonight, Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
All right, Mike, thanks. And Wynn tells Fox 5, Bank of America resolved the issue by 11 this morning, and by 2:30 this afternoon, all major banks confirmed they had received and processed deposits. The day after Thanksgiving means one thing to many people: Black Friday shopping. Bargain hunters were out in force today at stores and malls. Estimates nationwide indicate we will spend about $966 billion, $30 billion more than last year. A lot of that spending, though, will be online, leading brick and mortar retailers to do what they can to attract customers on their busiest day of the year.
Customers love shopping on Black Friday. They want to touch, try, and buy, right? They want to be able to feel their merchandise, enjoy the experience.
I'm quite old-fashioned that way. I like to feel the clothes and try it on first. An experience, if you buy stuff online, sometimes you have to end up sending it back, and then it's just all the hassle of sending it all back.
And that is true. Cyber Monday is expected to be the second busiest shopping day of the year, with an estimated 71 million shoppers adding to cart that day. Metro Police say a suspect is in custody after an hours-long standoff in the East Valley. It began as a domestic violence call around 7 this morning at an apartment complex near Twain and Maryland. Police say the suspect was in custody before 2 this afternoon. No stopping, no standing. Those could soon be the rules on pedestrian bridges around the Strip. On Tuesday, the Clark County Commission said it's going ahead with the proposal. The reason, crime and congestion. Clark County is looking to keep it moving on pedestrian bridges around the Strip with a proposed ordinance that would create pedestrian flow zones on the walkways and within 20 feet of elevators, escalators, and stairways. That means no stopping, standing, or engaging in any activity that would make anyone else stop. One of the targets of the proposed rule, people who perform on the bridges for money. Some Vegas visitors we spoke to Friday were skeptical about the idea.
If we're in Vegas and we're here to sightsee and have a good vacation, I wouldn't not stop. And I don't know how they would necessarily mandate that we would have to stop.
That's the main reason for pedestrian walks, no? I mean, you can stop and watch, and not being able to stop is kind of crazy.
But the ACLU told Fox 5 this year the ordinance would go too far and take away people's rights to earn a living.
The notion that we want to just figure out ways to, potentially get rid of certain people, in certain areas it's antithetical to our society, and it undercuts individuals' basic First Amendment rights to engage in expressive activity.
The rights advocacy group recommends the county put in signs telling people to keep moving. Metro Police released this video this year, saying the bridges are a hot spot for crime. But they told us last year that enforcing an ordinance to keep everyone moving poses a challenge.
Officers, we operate most of the time at grade. So that means, at the street level, we're on the sidewalks. It's hard for us to see the actual activities that are taking place when we're down there on the street and somebody might be, stationary, sitting, sleeping, whatnot, and carrying out any kind of activity up on that bridge.
But not everyone is against the idea, saying what happens in Vegas.
If it's a law, it's not my town, it's your guys' town.
So the commission is planning to hold a public hearing on the ordinance on Tuesday, December 5th at 10 a.m.
Now, your local Las Vegas weather.
Hope you enjoyed your Black Friday here in the Las Vegas Valley. We had plenty of sunshine, temperatures comfortable but cooler than normal. And we're going to see that pattern continuing for the week ahead with the potential of seeing some active weather by next Friday. 50 degrees right now, northeast wind is 7 miles per hour, humidity 32%, the dew point temperature at 21 degrees. The wind is light all around the valley, 15 miles per hour from the north at Boulder City. As we take a look at our numbers for today, 61 was our high. We should be at 63. We fell well short of the record set back in 1949 when we hit 81 degrees on this date. And here's your weather headlines. Clear and cool overnight tonight. We will be getting into some colder air over the next couple of days, including a freeze watch that happens overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. We'll tell you about that. We'll tell you about the temperatures for Sunday and for the week ahead. We'll do that for you in a couple of minutes from now. Joe, back to you.
All right, Les, thanks. See you in just a bit. Well, no doubt it is the biggest game of the year for UNLV. The Mountain West leading football team will host San Jose State. That's tomorrow. A win means the Rebels will host Boise State in the Mountain West title game. That is next Saturday at Allegiant Stadium. Fox 5's Paloma Villicana has more on the Rebels' excitement for the opportunity in front of them.
UNLV football getting ready for the biggest game of the year when they host San Jose State tomorrow at 12 p.m. The Rebels are riding a historic 9-2 overall record. For the first time since 1984, Coach Marion's go-go offense has been so explosive and exciting to watch as the Rebels have scored over 40 points in 6 games this season. That's a program record as we hope to see 5-time Mountain West Freshman of the Week, Jaden Mayava, lead his team to their 10th win tomorrow.
Thrilled to be in this position. And our kids understand the magnitude of what's at stake and how important it is, but also I believe they're built for this. The moment's not too big or too small. They're ready to. They will be ready to go with a great week of work and preparation, and it's still the pursuit of playing our best ball, and hopefully we can get in a position to do that Saturday.
Everyone's just excited about the opportunity that we have in front of us. Anytime we have 2 physical games like that back-to-back, it can obviously wear and tear on you, but no one's really talking about it. We all have our aches and pains, but with everything we have on the line, it's hard not to be excited, and everyone just had energy today, good feeling, great Monday practice.
Barry Odom and the UNLV athletics program wants to see 65,000 at Allegiant Stadium tomorrow as UNLV will be looking to clinch a regular season Mountain West title and advance to their first ever Mountain West championship game. At UNLV, I'm Paloma Villicana, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
And you can catch tomorrow's showdown between UNLV and San Jose State on Fox 5's sister station, the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Kickoff set for noon on cable channel 125 and over the air on channel 5.2. Good luck, Rebels. Congress takes on Ticketmaster, the information lawmakers are demanding on behalf of frustrated music fans. And the Animal Foundation looking for fosters this holiday season. Wyatt says spending quality time with these shelter animals is desperately needed. And new at 10:30, Hamas releases its first group of hostages captured in Israel. Who was released, plus who is still in captivity tonight.
You're watching Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Team Chevrolet is back in black with cash back. To be exact, get up to $8,500 off MSRP on the new Silverado 1500 LT now with financing as low as 1.9% and no payments for 90 days. Team Chevrolet, find new roads.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken. Time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Only one dealer has Black Friday sales event pricing like this. Tobin Dodge. Take a flat $20,000 off new Ram trucks. Get 2.9% for 72 months and even $10,000 off Challenger Scat Packs.
So it's Tobin Dodge in the Valley Auto Mall, #1 for a reason.
You've got a lot on your plate. SNWA is taking care of what's in your glass. Sourced from the Rocky Mountains, your tap water is tested 300,000 times a year, meeting or surpassing the highest quality standards. World-class scientists and researchers use cutting-edge technology to ensure your hard, mineral-rich tasting water is safe to enjoy. Cheers to that, Southern Nevada. We're taking care of what's in your glass. SNWA is a not-for-profit water agency.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just announced just in time for Black Friday. Get $6,000 purchase allowance on select 2023 Sierra models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Walker's Black Friday sale continues with hundreds of doorbusters. Save up to 70%, plus an additional 20% off. This stunning red sofa, only $299. 48 months no interest financing. Shop Walker's huge Black Friday sale.
Wow! Team Chevrolet's Black Friday Savings Frenzy is here with big savings all November long. Like 1.9% financing now on a new 2024 Equinox or the Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST. Team Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Las Vegas is home. We are local Las Vegas.
There's an ongoing effort to reform U.S. ticket prices for major events. Congress has decided to step in following frustrations from fans trying to score seats at Taylor Swift shows. Griff Jenkins reports.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
High prices, long lines, and hours of waiting. Just to be told, sorry, these tickets are no longer available. It's a maddening reality many fans know all too well. But now, perhaps karma is coming to Capitol Hill. The chairman of the Senate Subcommittee on Investigations, Richard Blumenthal, issuing a subpoena to Live Nation and Ticketmaster this week, demanding that companies release their ticket pricing, fees, and resale practices.
People deserve better, and they deserve to know whether these predatory practices are the result of monopolistic misuse of power.
The subpoena comes after a months-long Senate inquiry. Following the disastrous rollout of Taylor Swift's summer tour tickets, which saw sales suspended at one point.
We need to make sure we have competition to bring prices down and bring innovation in and stop the fiascos. Today, Live Nation doesn't just dominate the ticketing. It's about 70% of the big concert market.
Live Nation claims it has been cooperating with lawmakers, producing nearly 10,000 pages of documents, but says there is a reason the company must withhold sensitive information. Quote, our limit in this process, that the subcommittee chair has chosen to call stonewalling, is simply that we value our artist relationships in the interest of other stakeholders we work with too much to betray their trust by turning over their information without adequate protections.
So Blumenthal says he hopes Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster, will change its mind and fully cooperate in the near future. He's also calling on the Department of Justice to reconsider the merger of the two companies, which took place 13 years ago. SAG-AFTRA has released the full labor agreement made with major film and TV studios. The 128-page contract ended and a 118-day strike this month. The chief union negotiator says the deal achieves more than $1 billion in new compensation and benefits. Members have until December 5th to vote on the contract. Hollywood suffered a 1-2 punch this summer when both the writers and actors unions went on strike. The writers reached an agreement in September. One of the biggest issues for both groups was the rise of artificial intelligence in the industry. If you've been thinking about getting a pet, the Animal Foundation is offering a special Foster for the Holidays opportunity. About 450 cats and dogs at the shelter are available to leave the shelter and experience quality time with the family. The Animal Foundation is hoping people can keep pets for 2 weeks to foster, but say any amount of time can make a difference for animals in stressful shelter environments.
They've done studies that animals that leave the shelter and come back from a field trip or a break from the shelter, and their stress levels never go higher. They don't get stressed out from coming back to the shelter. They stay lower to go back to the same.
The free program is running from now until December 31st. Foster families will also get food for their chosen pet, and fostering fees will be waived if you choose to become a dog or cat's forever home.
Fox 5 Tailgate Forecast is sponsored by Friendly Ford. Pay less, get more.
All right, I know you're chomping at the bit for Sunday's game, so let's get right down to the business at hand and show you what we have in store for you as we get ready for Sunday's extravaganza over at Allegiant Stadium, as we are looking at Las Vegas taking on Kansas City. And here are the numbers for you if you're going to be doing some tailgating as we take a look. 54 degrees at about 11 o'clock in the morning, 55 by the time noon rolls around. And for game time, which is about 1:25, it's going to be 56 degrees. As well as watching that game, I want to tell you about the other game that we're keeping tabs on, and that is going to be the game that is going to be involving the folks over in New Orleans as they are in Atlanta to play in Atlanta, and the conditions there are looking like it is going to be on the wet side for at least the start of the game. That is what's going on right now. Let's take a look and see what's happening as we look toward the strip from our downtown Summerlin cam, and we have a temperature for you this evening that is not too bad, but be prepared for some cooler temperatures to come into the picture for us. 50 degrees right now, northeast wind at 7 miles per hour, humidity 32%, the dew point temperature 21 degrees. The wind Wind, not much of a factor today. It's been fairly light. We have 14 miles per hour right now coming down from the north in Boulder City. Elsewhere, we're into single-digit numbers. And as we look at some of the numbers around the valley in terms of temperatures, 42 at Henderson, Nellis Air Force Base 52, North Las Vegas 49, Pahrump 36, and Boulder City 50. Here's a look at a time lapse for you. We had some cloud to start the day, then it became nice and sunny, but on the cool side. We hit 61 today. We should be at 63. The record 81 set back in 1949. So we got clear, cool conditions for overnight. It will be getting colder over the next few days, including a freeze watch that goes into effect overnight Saturday into Sunday morning between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. Here's a look at the satellite radar. As you can see here, not much happening with us right now, except the fact we've got this cold core air that is going to be sitting over us over the next couple of days, mostly clear. We're looking at 40 degrees as our overnight low, and as we head on into Saturday, more in the way of some sunshine. Even though we still have that cold air, it's not going to heat things up all that much. We're going to be trending a few degrees below normal with a high at 57, north-northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. And as we watch the temperatures here, see how they start to cool down, and we are going to be into cool temperatures right through, honestly, until at this point in time, the way it looks, maybe even into the first weekend of December. So certainly some very, very cool temperatures on the way for the Las Vegas Valley as we head into the next couple of days. Let's look at our weather alert calendar and show you what's going on. We've got breezy conditions for us for tomorrow. We are looking at the colder temperatures for Sunday, and then we've got rain chances, believe it or not, for next Friday, the first day of December. Those are the weather alert days, days that we have impactful weather coming our way. 7-day forecast looks like this: 57 degrees for tomorrow. We are looking at 56 on Sunday, 58 on Monday, 59 on Tuesday, 58 Wednesday, 57 Thursday, and 52 degrees on Friday. Joe?
Yeah, jacket weather for sure in the morning. Les, thank you. An annual tradition, raising money for a local charity, where you can get in the holiday spirit while supporting members of the community with disabilities.
You're watching Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
This Giving Tuesday, join Fox 5 as we support the Nevada SPCA. Donate and help these homeless pets. Sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
You know, Josh, they say there's no sharks here in Nevada. But in over 40 years of practicing law, I've seen my share.
So what do we do with them, Dad?
Throw them back. Take the suit. No one knows Nevada like we do. The Richard Harris Law Firm.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days, plus $1,000 bonus cash on the Santa Fe. See your Las Vegas area Hyundai dealers.
Chance. Another one? Boy, are you taking advantage of our lifetime glass breakage warranty. No problem. We'll take care of you.
Now is the right time to replace your windows. Call today and receive a free super glass upgrade with every window when you mention the Chance Special. Universal Windows Direct, proud sponsor of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Universal Windows Direct.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick parks itself. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get 1.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $1,250 purchase allowance on 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, no monthly payments until 2024. See your Southern Nevada Buick dealers.
Over 40 years ago, I started the Richard Harris Law Firm right here in Nevada. And today we've grown to be the largest personal injury firm in the state. We got there by doing one thing. If there's a win, we're right in the middle of it.
Turn to Fox 5 News for the most local news.
Las Vegas tradition continued tonight at Opportunity Village. It is the opening night of the Magical Forest. This is the 31st year the glittering event is being held. You can find it at Opportunity Village on West Oakey and South Torrey Pines. The forest has everything from festive food, specially decorated holiday houses, to carnival games and rides. And of course, a chance to meet Santa Claus himself. The annual event is the biggest fundraiser for Opportunity Village, which provides services to people with disabilities in our community. A volunteer told us it is something he is proud to be a part of.
Just being here, like, just helping out and stuff, I see all these families here, having a good time, and I know that I'm a part of something that, helps out a lot of people.
And you can visit the forest on select dates from now until December 31st. For more details, just head to our website. That is fox5vegas.com. Smooth travel day across the country, but in a couple days, it could be a different story. Hear about the crowds transit officials are gearing up for. And Hamas releases the first group of hostages taken in its October 7th attack. Your reaction from Israel's leader and President Biden.
It is Silver and Black Friday for the Raiders, who are putting the finishing touches on the game plan for Sunday's game against the Chiefs. Find out why this team is not pressing the panic button. That's coming up straight ahead.
And you can stay on top of breaking news and weather anytime with the free Fox 5 app.
UNLV Athletics on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network, a new home to watch UNLV Athletics.
Ashley's Black Friday savings are here. Beat the rush on doorbusters starting at just $199.99. Plus, receive a free 20-piece dishware set with any furniture purchase. In-store only while supplies last. And save up to 50% on a huge selection of clearance items. Only at Ashley.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's dropping off presents in a sporty Civic or picking up a few for yourself in a fun-to-drive HR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Hey, old friend. Hey, buddy.
So powerful that you can not only reminisce about the good old days.
Let's push these babies like back in the day. I'm right behind you.
But relive them too. Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with America's fastest download speeds. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Limited availability in select areas.
Kyle, let's see if you can say something other than probably. To get to $139 monthly payment, do you need to put a lot of money down?
Probably.
Might this be a better deal?
Receive an additional $1,000 for your trade on any new Kia during Findlay Kia's Trade Assistance Program.
Probably.
At Findlay Kia, we only advertise real deals on TV and online.
Now you're talking my language. I'm Thea Kia, Findlay Kia.
I knew you had it in you.
Ashley's Black Friday mattress sale is going on now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months on in-store mattress purchases. Or beat the rush on mattress doorbusters starting at just $199.99. Plus, you can save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Only at Ashley.
Closed captioning on Fox 5, sponsored by Ed Bernstein.
If you've been hurt, call me now.
First with breaking news. Fox 5 News starts now.
We continue to follow breaking news. This is a live picture. Metro Police are investigating a homicide just east of downtown Las Vegas. We know it happened in a parking lot near Fremont and Charleston, but beyond that, details are limited. You can see police officers, a lot of tape out there right now. We are expecting an update from police later tonight. We'll bring that to you live if it happens in this newscast. As Americans find themselves in the middle of a holiday weekend, airports are bracing for what could be the biggest travel rush ever. These are the numbers forecast by AAA. It says a total of 55.4 million Americans traveled somewhere for Thanksgiving. That is the third most in the last 23 years. It's believed almost 89% of those travelers drove, but that leaves roughly 4.69 million taking to the skies. The TSA expects Sunday to be the busiest travel day. The agency predicts 2.9 million Americans will move through its checkpoints on that day alone. Until then, most travelers are expected to stay put. That means business as usual at Reed International, where there were just 2 cancellations today. When things do pick up, the Department of Transportation says it has taken steps to prevent the widespread disruptions we saw last year. That includes temporarily opening up more airspace for commercial carriers. There are also new refund and accommodation requirements for airlines that leave passengers stranded. And things are moving along on the I-15 near Prim. Here's a live look right now. As recently as yesterday, we saw some long backups here, but as you can see right now, looking pretty good. On holidays, it's not unusual to see bumper-to-bumper traffic for miles on the way to California. Today, the first of 50 hostages set to be freed by Hamas were returned to Israel. Officials there are preparing to receive another group tomorrow. Matthew Chance has more details.
They kidnapped and killed. But now Hamas is showing its gunmen releasing Israelis in Gaza. For many, these are disturbing scenes. 9-year-old Ohad Munda being embraced as he's set free. An old woman being carried by a masked man as Palestinians cheer. After 49 long days of captivity in Gaza, aid workers from the Red Cross drive them through the border into Egypt and to freedom. Egyptian television shows a convoy of vehicles heading to the crossing. Then the hostages, including 10 Thais, a Filipino and the 13 Israeli women and children, disembarking for checks. The Israeli military posted this grainy video of the moment they all finally re-entered the country. A step, says the Israeli Prime Minister, towards bringing all hostages home.
We have just completed the return of the first of our hostages. Children, their mothers and additional women. Each one of them is a whole world. But I emphasize to you, the families, and to you, citizens of Israel, we are committed to return all our hostages.
Most of the hostages released in this first group under the temporary truce were taken from Nir Oz, one of the small Israeli communities near Gaza ravaged by Hamas on October the 7th. At least 38 people there were killed and more than 70 abducted. People like Danielle Aloni and her 5-year-old daughter, Emilia, both freed in this latest release, but the relatives they were visiting when Hamas attacked remain unaccounted for as hostages. Doran Katz Asher and her 2 young daughters have also now been set free, but her partner remains in Gaza. Behind every release, a poignant reminder of those left behind. Like the family of Omri Almog, his brother-in-law and niece killed, his sister and her 3 children still hostages. Yet Omri is now optimistic.
The best is in front of us. It's going to come. Whatever happened, we cannot change. Nadav is not longer with us. Siam, the beautiful girl, is not with us anymore. But
there's still a chance. There's still a chance for your sister and
yes,
children.
Yes. We have to bring what left. We need to bring back what left from this family. It's a broken family.
A broken family in a country of shattered lives.
President Biden was cautiously optimistic after the hostages were released. He says it's the result of the pressure put on Hamas and the beginning of a longer process. There are still around 10 Americans unaccounted for. President Biden says we don't know their conditions or when they will be released.
We don't know when that will occur, but we expect it to occur. And we don't know what the list of all the hostages are and when they'll be released, but we know the numbers when they're going to be released. So it's my hope and expectation will be soon.
Meanwhile, the 4-day ceasefire that came with the hostage release is allowing aid convoys into Gaza. President Biden says more than 200 supply trucks have been allowed into the territory. He also insists there are mechanisms in place to prevent the terrorist organization from diverting those resources. The husband and wife who died in Wednesday's car explosion at the U.S.-Canadian border have been identified. Niagara Falls police say 53-year-old Kurt and Monica Villani from Grand Island, New York, were in their 2022 Bentley when it crashed. Investigators believe the speeding car hit a curb and guardrail. It went airborne, leading to the fiery crash. That incident sparked a massive law enforcement response. It has since been ruled an accident. Customs and Border Protection reopened the border crossing last night. Black Friday used to be the Super Bowl to shoppers kicking off the holiday season, but today you'll find much smaller crowds on the day after Thanksgiving. Jen Sullivan looks at the trend and the rise of another key day on the shopping calendar.
Discount dash associated with Black Friday appears to be slowing.
Clearly, the month of November has changed really since the pandemic.
More shoppers are looking to score deals online as many consumers gear up for Cyber Monday.
A pretty big shift from the Black Fridays I remember about a decade ago where people would line up early outside the stores. Now people are shopping in their pajamas.
It's not just the convenience of shopping from home that has consumers scaling back on in-store shopping. Many retailers rolled out their discounts much earlier this year to entice people to spend sooner.
It actually started as early October and will go right till Christmas time.
Analysts at Moody's say the lag in lines this year is also due to inflation, higher interest rates. So shoppers are scaling back altogether.
Despite inflation moderating somewhat, the holidays are a pretty expensive season, so people are still going to try and find the best deals that they can.
The deals you see on Cyber Monday are likely not going to be much different than Black Friday. And if you're holding off in hopes of seeing discounts dip further as we get closer to the end of the year, experts say that's unlikely too, because retailers still want profits heading into the year-end quarter. Jen Sullivan, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
And the online shopping trend could not keep the VGK faithful away today. Medieval Maniacs headed not to the mall, but the Arsenal as VGK cheerleaders welcome shoppers to the team's Gold Friday event. The hottest items, winter classic jerseys, hats and scarves commemorating the January game, and of course, Stanley Cup Championship merchandise. Fans lined up early saying they prefer this event over traditional Black Friday shopping.
I've been here every Black Friday, so I don't know. I no longer do the Walmart, the Targets, or any of that. I'm here. I'm a Knights fan, and I have been since day one.
Awesome turnout. We had to make sure we got some donuts for everybody, you know, and a lot of people were here very early, so we tried to make sure everybody was well fed and ready to go.
Yeah, it's great to see. And if you missed out on today's sale, tomorrow is Silver Saturday at the America First Center from 8 a.m. to 6. And Medieval Monday starts at 9 a.m. at the team's online store. The Raiders were back at practice this morning after getting Thanksgiving off. Fox 5's Kevin Bollinger has the latest from the team as they get ready for Sunday's home game against the Chiefs.
The Raiders didn't have time for food comas or lazy Fridays the day after Turkey Day. It was a bright and early start to the workday because on Sunday, the Chiefs are coming to town. After giving the players a rare Thursday off and a game week to celebrate Thanksgiving, a coach's concern is usually how the team comes back on Friday and if they can ramp it back up. For Raiders interim head coach Antonio Pierce says that is not a concern because his expectations of what the players have to do begin on his first day in charge.
The expectations start on November 1st, how we practice. And that is not, the schedule doesn't change. Those guys are deserving, our staff, our building's deserving on a day off to be with their family. Thanksgiving is a day that, you come in for half the day, where's your mind at anyway? It's at home. I know where I want to be at 1 o'clock, so why not just get our work done early in the week, which we did. Have a good Wednesday, which we did. Guys were here bright and early on the Friday, and we'll rock and roll today.
The Chiefs are dangerous on both sides of the ball. Everyone knows what the offense can do, but sometimes the defense gets overlooked. But they are rated 4th in the NFL and giving up the 3rd fewest points in the league. This will be a huge test for rookie quarterback Aiden O'Connell, who's trying to maintain his calm demeanor, and it does help out seeing his teammates not press the panic button.
What's been huge for me is just the unwavering confidence that they give me, and guys are vocally and how they act just super supportive, and it's much appreciated by me.
One update from our Thanksgiving story on the turkey cooking competition between center Andre James and tackle Jermaine Illuminor. The winner was Andre James by a drumstick. For the second Sunday in a row, the Raiders will be the largest underdog on the board. The Chiefs are favored by 9 with a total of 43. Kickoff set for 1:25 at Allegiant Stadium on Sunday. Kevin Bollinger, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Still to come, an inside look at the tool Metro uses to respond to shootings and keep the valley safe, how the shot spotter works.
Black Friday out of the way, now we're getting ready for the weekend, and temperatures are on their way down. We're starting to get into that very Christmassy type of weather with cool temperatures right through the next 7 days.
Do you want F1 next year? One rancher would like to see a poll done. Stay tuned for the rant.
This year, the Fox 5 Surprise Squad is celebrating 10 years of surprises.
Sponsored by United Nissan, America First Credit Union, and Albertsons Bonds.
Eat big, spend small. Eat that big, oh my, Carl's Cali Classic Charbroiled Burger flavor. In a full meal combo with small fries and a drink for just $5.99. Big, small, win, win.
You know where he is? This way?
Am I glad to see you?
Get special offers on the 2023 GX460.
You know, a lot of lawyers who advertise here don't even live here. If they say Nevada, they're not from around here. If they think our capital is Las Vegas, they're not from around here. I'm Richard Harris, and I am from Nevada. I grew up here, I went to school here, I raised my family here. No one knows Nevada like we do. If you've been injured, call me, Richard Harris, of the Richard Harris Law Firm. 444-4444, just in case.
Details make the holidays. During the Genesis Signature event, lease the GV80 for $619 per month. Exclusively at Genesis of Las Vegas.
Walker's Black Friday sale continues with hundreds of doorbusters. Save up to 70% store-wide. Plus, get an additional 20% off hundreds of items. Save $500 on this dual reclining sofa with LED lighting. Doorbuster price $394. Or get the 6-piece contemporary bedroom group only $399. 48 months no interest financing with no money down. Nobody gives you more on Black Friday than Walker.
Because I can. If you can't resist the flavor of the Carl's Jr. Guacamole Bacon Burger, charbroiled beef, crispy bacon, and lots of house-made guacamole, it's okay. Everyone gives in to the guac. Free guacamole bacon burger with new My Rewards sign-up.
We have some new details on the breaking news we've been following all night. Police say one person is dead after they were hit by a car east of downtown Las Vegas. This happened around 8:30 tonight in a parking lot near Fremont and Charleston. Now, right now, police say they don't know if this was intentional or an accident. Detectives are investigating and are planning to provide an update in the next couple hours. It is a tool helping officers respond quickly to active crime scenes, and it's used all across the country. A detection alerting police the moment gunshots ring out. Tonight, Fox 5 is taking you inside the high-tech hub of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, showing you what's being used on the streets and how it all works when trying to solve crimes.
Yeah, so what you see before you is Fusion Watch. It's our 24/7 situational awareness, real-time crime center.
This is the epicenter of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department's daily operations. Many of Metro's best are inside, not only monitoring hundreds of cameras across the valley, but also sensors that pick up the sound of gunfire.
The first is going to be for 5301 Redberry Street.
This is called Shot Spotter, equipment used to track down where bullets fire.
And Shot Spotter is extremely valuable for LVMPD as well because it also helps us reduce officer-involved shootings. It's used as a de-escalation tool.
It's an auto technology that basically senses loud noises.
It doesn't actively listen or anything like a lot of the misnomers out there. It's very respectful to privacy. But when we receive a Shot Spotter alert here at Fusion Watch, it notifies us of gunshots detected around the valley.
It can decipher what it detects, especially on certain holidays when we see an uptick in celebratory gunfire and fireworks.
ShotSpotter gives our agency the opportunity to continue to respond and really dial in which calls are fireworks and which are gunshots. You know, because on those holiday times when families are coming together in communities and everyone are coming together.
ShotSpotter is also deployed outside of Metro's jurisdiction on the borders of many neighboring cities.
Henderson, North Las Vegas, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV. We don't silo our information. We actually train up all of those other agencies and share that information so we could police together as one unit versus separately in our own bubbles.
Metro Lieutenant Bill Steinmetz oversees the team.
I have about 18 years on the police department, and it's been a truly humbling experience.
Fusion Watch is responsible for confirming locations and calling out those detections to officers all around the valley. The team also uses public safety cameras in the area to help fight those crimes.
More specifically, we had a gunshot incident in our northwest part of town where we deployed some ShotSpotter recently in partnership with our elected officials. It was a gang-related shooting. Automatic weapons were used, and it's one of those instances that we want to go out there and make sure we go to a shooting that we did not know about previously when maybe there's no call to 911 or something of that nature.
This is the very scene Steinmetz is referring to. When a ShotSpotter notification comes in, it pinpoints the exact location on a map, and operators can pull up cameras in the area. You see the group of people standing around, and suddenly
The first is going to be for 5301
gunfire. You see multiple people shooting into a residence in what police describe as a community plagued by gun violence. When officers arrive, the investigation begins.
You see all the cartridge cases and the crime scene that's left in the wake of a shooting like this to our poor community members that are just looking to live their everyday lives. And with ShotSpotter in this incident, we were able to get officers to the scene faster. We were able to help locate multiple suspects, which led to their arrests and the recovery of multiple illegal firearms and automatic weapons.
From neighborhoods to large venues, this hub is tracking it all.
Fusion Watch is part of our Southern Nevada Counterterrorism Center, which is one of the 80-plus fusion centers across the country. After September 11th,
as Las Vegas amps up to host major sporting events, the response teams are actively monitoring the Strip, Allegiant Stadium, and arenas that host weekly games, bringing in thousands of fans.
They're what we call soft or critical targets, where, you know, folks with nefarious intent or bad intent prey upon some of our innocent visitors or tourists in our community or even locals attending these events.
While all eyes are on Las Vegas, Eyes in the sky are searching for criminal activity.
To monitor not only license plate reader hits for stolen vehicles, missing persons, felony vehicles, but all police calls for service that may pop up around those areas. Ingress and egress as the attendees come and go. We just want to make sure everyone's safe and has a good time at these events.
John Huck, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
So other jurisdictions across the state use similar technology, but the ACLU has some concerns, saying any noise that may register as a gunshot would bring a police presence, which could lead to violations of people's rights. Many of the people who visited Las Vegas for F1 loved it, but many people who live here and had to deal with construction traffic delays don't feel quite the same. Here's tonight's rant. So F1 was expected to create $1.28 billion in economic impact to the Las Vegas area in year one alone. 7,500 jobs, $1 million to local nonprofits, $25 million in projected sales tax distribution to local schools, and around $316 million in investment in pre-event build-out and infrastructure. On Thursday, one ranter was pleased with F1 this year.
The F1 race was spectacular, and the fireworks at the end, just amazing. What a surprise. Thank you, Las Vegas.
Can't believe the guy that's thanking Las Vegas for the race. He must have been out of town or was able to stay home, not go anywhere, deal with detours, delays, being late for work, sitting in traffic. I think people in Las Vegas love sitting in traffic for hours.
Howard says for 6 months, residents and employees have been subjected to massive disruption in our daily lives. Many businesses have experienced a 50% loss of income. It appears, once again, the corporations have made a profit at the expense of us little people. I don't see anyone stepping up to compensate us for what we have had to endure. Bill says, I would like to see a poll of Las Vegas residences regarding the F1. Who thinks it was a good idea or how many want it back? Send us your rants to the rant at fox5vegas.com, or you can call 702-436-8285.
Now, your local Las Vegas weather.
We are transitioning into Friday evening and the weekend. Going to be a busy one here. No time to play baseball or anything like that. If you want to go out to do your Christmas shopping, this is the weekend to do it. And of course, you got Cyber Monday as well. Looking down onto the area around the Las Vegas Boulevard, we also have the Sphere right here. You've got MGM Grand in the background. 50 degrees, north-northeast wind at 7 miles per hour. Humidity 32%. The dew point temperature 21 degrees. Clear and cool overnight tonight. We're getting into the cooler time of the year, obviously, and it's going to keep on getting colder next few days. We even have a freeze watch in effect overnight tomorrow night into Sunday morning. We're expecting to see temperatures dipping down close to the freezing mark. Satellite radar is very quiet. We do have a cold core low and a front that's just south of us, and basically allowing all that cold air to funnel in toward us and paving the way for temperatures that are going to dip down potentially into the low 30s as we get into the next several days. 40 degrees overnight, mostly clear skies, north wind at 7 miles per hour. Saturday, we've got plenty of sunshine, still got that cold core low sitting here. We're going to keep it on the cool side with temperatures only in the 50s. 57 will be our forecast high tomorrow. North-northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. As we watch this pattern here, that colder air sticking around, it's not going to warm up all that much over the next little while. And in fact, we might even see some active weather coming in for us as we head on into the end of next week. Overnight freeze on Saturday night into Sunday. We're looking at the first freeze of the season. Sub-freezing temperatures are possible. It's from 2 a.m. on Saturday night into Sunday morning until 8 a.m. So keep that in mind, and not much change happening with that even as we transition on into Monday. And here's a look at what could be coming our way as we head on into the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, on into Thursday. We do have a chance of of rain by the time we get on into Thursday night, Friday, and into Friday night. 10-day temperature trend, you can see we're remaining well below seasonal right through into the first weekend of December. And our weather alert calendar has weather alerts for us for tomorrow, Sunday, and then next Friday. Tomorrow and on Sunday, it's breezy or cool temperatures. Next Friday, we've got about a 20 to 30, even maybe a 40% chance of some scattered showers popping into the picture. Tomorrow, 57 degrees. Then we got 56 degrees on Sunday, 58 on Monday, 59 on Tuesday, 58 Wednesday, Thursday, 57 degrees. And look at the temperature for next Friday. The high, just 52 degrees.
You're watching Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
At Cox Mobile, we know that every family has different needs. That's why the more gig unlimited lines you add, the more everyone saves. Well, almost everyone. Now, when you switch to Cox Mobile, you'll pay as low as $30 per line when you add 4 or more gig unlimited lines. And it's all on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. With no annual contract. Visit us today to get started. And bring the crew, too.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just announced just in time for Black Friday. Get $6,000 purchase allowance on select 2023 Sierra models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Creating a successful garden is all about planning. Every plant plays a critical role in helping the whole garden thrive. If I've done my job well up front, then a little support here and there is all it takes.
As Lisa's doctor, it's my job to make life after 60 beautiful. Together, we work on a game plan, and my team provides the support she needs to flourish.
In gardening
and in primary care.
Caring changes everything.
Archwell Health gets that.
Archwell Health gets me.
Hi, Don Hamrick here. This November, you can take the red tag and save on Black Friday, or you can take the blue tag and save on Cyber Monday. Or you can just come down to Chapman Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram and save all month long during our Black Friday sales event. Choose from 0% interest or savings up to $15,000 on new Dodges, Chryslers, Jeeps, or Rams. So hurry in today to Chapman Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram in Las Vegas, #1 in sales, service, and selection. Now with 2 locations to serve you better.
Black Friday sale continues with hundreds of doorbusters. Save up to 70%, plus an additional 20% off. This 6-piece contemporary bedroom, only $399. 48 months, no interest financing. Shop Walker's huge Black Friday sale.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue, plus get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Fox 5 Weather is sponsored by Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing, service that soars above the rest.
All right, so we are leaving you tonight with some really interesting information. So NASA might soon be able to probe deeper into space and find out more about the origin of the universe. It says it has developed a new laser communications technology, and in a recent test, it just sent back its first data from beyond the moon. The laser can send the data at 10 to 100 times the speed of traditional radio wave systems used by NASA. If it is successful, it could be used to communicate with humans exploring Mars. The spacecraft carrying the technology is currently traveling to catch the very first glimpse of a metal asteroid that is between Mars and Jupiter. It will spend the next 6 years traveling to reach its final destination. Yeah, that is really interesting. Good luck to them. Hope it all works out. And that, like we said, is it for tonight. We leave you with a beautiful shot right here of the sphere. We caught it at a good time. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend and be safe out there. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. The Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Your home for local sports.
Timing is everything. Black Friday marks the beginning of the most wonderful time of the year. With the best deals on Ford vehicles, the Black Friday sales event is on. Get 2.9% financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 low APR cash on select Ford SUVs, plus a $1,000 Amazon.com gift card.
Smith's gives you so many ways to save. On top of our lower-than-low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Timing is everything. Black Friday marks the beginning of the most wonderful time of the year. With the best deals on Ford vehicles, the Black Friday sales event is on. Get 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 low APR cash on F-150, plus a $1,000 Amazon.com gift card.
Fox 5 News is sponsored by the 2023 Chevrolet Equinox.
She was there for me when I didn't really have anybody, and she was that strength that I needed.
When the world needs light.
If it wasn't for her, I don't know if I'd be alive.
It takes courage to stand up and do the right thing.
And what you did was very brave.
It takes a hero.
We heard that you did something incredibly heroic.
Las Vegas has seen its share of extraordinary locals.
It's really profound on how someone can be so selfless.
Those who inspire those around them.
You can never put a price on your family.
And when their story needs to be told, the Fox 5 Surprise Squad answers the call.
This is your very own hero parade.
This is the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. Local heroes. Sponsored by United Nissan, America First Credit Union, and Albertsons Vons.
Over the years, the Fox 5 Surprise Squad has done its best to deliver hope and help in the nick of time.
And we've met some incredible neighbors whose stories have inspired us all.
We've met locals that have shown great bravery.
Locals who have literally saved a life.
Today, we honor these local heroes.
Our first story is about a young hero who shows why swimming lessons for kids are an absolute must. It all started when a fun day by the pool turned into a life or death situation.
So last summer, during like a family barbecue at their grandparents' house, one of the adults turned around for a split second, and in that time, Raiden, the 2-year-old, was able to slip under the water. And his 6-year-old brother Jackson noticed and dove into the pool and pulled him up from the bottom of the pool and saved his life, even to first responders like us. That is something really brave for a 6-year-old to do. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, we want to go and show him what a hero he is.
Super excited for Jackson. He deserves all the attention from the community because he's raising awareness about something that's very important.
He's just living proof that swim lessons and the ABCDs of drowning prevention actually work.
Are you guys ready to go? Yeah! Let's hit it! Go. Hi! Are you Jackson? Hi, Jackson. I'm with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. Nice to meet you guys. Is it okay if you come outside and let's bring the whole family? This is your very own hero parade.
Thank you.
Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, City of Las Vegas Marshals.
On behalf of Fire Station 103.
And we've still got more, Jackson.
Jackson, I'm Melanie. Nice to meet you. Hi. We heard about what you did last summer to save your little brother, and so we wanted to honor you. You're an official superhero. This certificate verifies that Jackson is now an official superhero by Las Vegas Fire and Rescue.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Jackson, the mayor and the Las Vegas City Council recognize your braveness and heroic act when saving your little brother. Such a good job. Where'd you learn how to swim?
Daddy taught me and Mommy.
I'm just so proud of them and so grateful.
And Mel has one more surprise for you.
Yes, I'm gonna have Mom open this.
So this is $1,500 on behalf of the Fox 5 Surprise Squad and our partners.
I'm actually really shocked. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Every family that watches this is going to be so inspired.
So important that his parents did give him swim lessons before that.
He had just barely learned to actually go across the pool and back without floaties.
It proves that swim lessons work.
That he's such a good kid and such a good big brother. No matter what, they got each other's back.
Did you know that you were a hero that day?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't want you to cry. Look at Ray Ray. He's doing just fine, all thanks to your bravery. And Mom and Dad are so proud of you. And look at all these people that think that you are absolutely amazing.
Haven't been in a real
It's not often that we get little kids like that do amazing things, so we wanted to make sure he got recognized.
There's no doubt that Jackson's story inspired countless families to sign up for swimming lessons, and it's a great reminder about the ABC and Ds of drowning prevention.
Las Vegas is considered the 9th island, so when the devastating Maui wildfire left a trail of destruction, our community grieved with our Maui neighbors. And while the road to recovery will be long, a local business and the Fox 5 Surprise Squad found a special way to help, even across the ocean.
My name's Monica Schmidt. I'm executive producer here at Fox 5. When the wildfires happened on Maui, I was sent over on the first flight to cover the fires.
We're really about to see the devastation firsthand.
I saw everything everyone is going through there. Hi, I'm Monica with Fox 5. Nice to meet you. I was actually born and raised in Maui too, so I've been here about 10 years.
I mean, I don't live in Lahaina, but me being a Maui boy, born and raised, and just seeing Lahaina go up like that, it's hard. Once I seen those images, I mean, I started to tear up. I'm like, it's my home. I'm seeing it burn down, and I can't do nothing about it. And everybody's struggling, and I'm stuck here. So it tears me apart.
Do you think you'll try and go back anytime soon?
Well, I work at the airport overnights. I've been talking to my job about, probably going back, help with relief or, handing out food. As long as I do something.
So here at Fox 5, we have something called the Surprise Squad, and there is someone we'd like you to meet. This is Juan from the Salvation Army. He's part of the disaster relief team. So Juan tomorrow is going to make his way over to United Nissan. United Nissan is donating $25,000 to Maui Relief. So Juan is going to be able to take that money down to all the people of Maui too.
Oh my God, that is too much. That's going to really help the community.
What people really need is money.
Yeah.
Juan will be able to take those down to the distribution centers to be able to get them out.
That'd be great. I mean...
But that's not all.
Oh, ay, caramba.
So, United Nissan is going to pay for your ticket home. You're going to go back home.
I wanna be
For you guys to do all this, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. Oh God, thank you.
Okay, Juan, we're here at United Nissan. There's a lot of people upstairs that want to meet you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bob Plackinger, United Nissan, and I'd like to welcome you to our United Nissan family. And from our family here at United Nissan, from Lori and Don Foreman, we would like to present you with this to help toward the Maui Strong Relief Fund.
Oh my God. Thank you.
This is $25,000 in gift cards that will be used for Maui Relief. You'll be able to give those out for the people you meet when you're in Maui.
I will be there 3 weeks, so it'll be a great thing to distribute these and being able to share the love of the Nissan family and take it there to Maui.
Sometimes in life you feel can't fix a problem, but you feel that you're part of a solution. This is just the beginning. All month long, we're also going to be instituting test drive gifts for customers that come in and just have to drive a car, but they know when they come in that $25 per test drive will be contributed toward the Maui Relief Fund as well. Best of luck to you when you get over there.
Receiving that from United Nissan, it was a great thing and a great feeling, knowing like you're coming to actually deliver something that you can hand out to the people that are struggling.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Aloha from Maui. Thank you guys so much.
It really helps. It makes a difference in people's lives.
Some people are very grateful. Some people start crying.
You know, we're honored and privileged to share your love from Vegas to the people here in Maui. Ohana is big in Hawaii, and they feel that their family in Vegas is supporting them.
Even now, Lahaina is still in need of funds, love, and support. If you would like to help, the Salvation Army is accepting donations. Just text Fire Relief to 51555.
Coming up, a young woman with a chance at a new life receives one of our biggest gifts ever. Plus, Santa Claus is coming to town on a special mission to spread cheer to those who may feel forgotten. And next, how a brave young man stepped in to protect his sister and may have even saved her life.
No one covers UNLV football like Fox 5.
It's a new era of UNLV football. Get to know the Rebels' new head coach Barry Odom and his brand new team.
Go inside the plays.
Only Fox 5 has Barry Odom in studio to break down every single game.
And follow your Rebels on and off the field.
I'm excited to take this group into 2023.
You are in the Fox 5 Reb Zone.
Watch the Reb Zone Sports Show Sunday at 10:30, only on Fox 5.
Right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets, up to $800 on Stearns & Foster sets, and up to $400 on Sealy sets at the Best Mattress Black Friday sale. Plus, get no down, no interest financing, and quick delivery. Best Mattress. Sleep easy, friends.
Dad, I see you have another rescue dog. They say an owner and its dog are a lot alike.
Is that because we're both friendly and very smart?
No, Dad. It's because you both have gray whiskers and need to lose 20 pounds.
Hey, Steve.
It's the November to remember. Get any new Kia, near, close, or at MSRP and up to $6,000 more for your trade. Plus, up to $5,000 in instant rebates. All with just $100 down to finance. Only at Jim Marsh Kia under the American flag. And remember, if you don't drive here, you can't save here.
Vegas Golden Knights fans, Terrible's Game Day giveaway is back. Shop at Terrible's throughout the season. Spend $10 or more with your Terrible's app. Plus, earn 10 extra entries with any Bud Light purchase. For your chance to win a $1,500 Golden Knights shopping spree, tickets to a home game, and hotel stay at Circa Resort and Casino. Every day is game day. Exclusively at Terrible's. Visit Terrible's.com for details.
What if you could get a business telephone bundle that combines chat, video conferencing, and file transferring from a proven office technology partner? You can at Les Olson IT.
Les Olson IT.
Listen, don't worry about the price. Just don't worry about it. You do understand you won't save thousands if you don't sign right now. You're never gonna see an offer like this again.
Say goodbye to the sleazy sales nightmare. There's a reason Desert King Windows is the #1 most recommended window and door company in Southern Nevada. With over 22,000 happy customers, we've perfected the art of the hassle-free buying experience. Call Desert King Windows today for your free, no pressure, in-home estimate.
Desert King Windows, we knock out the weather.
This Giving Tuesday, join Fox 5 and our Take 5 to Care partners as we support the Nevada SPCA. Each year, 2,500 pets are taken in by Nevada SPCA and cared for until they find forever homes. Donate and help these homeless pets with everything from food to medical care. Plus, help stock their pet pantry to assist local pet owners in need. Watch Fox 5 this Giving Tuesday and make a difference. Take 5 to Care is sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
Put your hands up.
You're watching the Fox 5 Surprise Squad, Local Heroes, sponsored by United Nissan, America First Credit Union, and Albertsons Vons.
It was a first-of-its-kind surprise when the Fox 5 Surprise Squad and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department teamed up to recognize a young man who stepped in to protect his sister during a violent attack.
On June 18th, Eddie and his sister Edith around the downtown Las Vegas area. As Eddie passed a group of male and female juveniles, he saw Edith lying on the ground being punched, kicked, and beaten by this group. Knowing the imminent danger Edith faced, Eddie immediately rushed to help his sister.
After taking time to heal physically and emotionally, Eddie is now being recognized for his courage at Metro headquarters by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
We're very happy to have you here with us today, and what you did was very brave. We want to recognize you for your actions, but before we do, there's someone we want you to meet first.
Well, hello, Eddie. I'm Fabe and Kay with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. How are you? It's so good to meet you.
Thank you so much.
This is our very first time actually teaming up with Metro Police, and it's all because of your bravery. We just want all of Las Vegas to know how amazing you are.
Thank you so much.
If you can just kind of walk us through what happened with you and your sister.
Well, basically, came upon a group. They just started beating my sister.
I think I just kind of froze.
At first, I didn't know what to do.
If he wouldn't have grabbed me from here, they would have hit me, and I probably wouldn't have made it. When I was born, they had to put in a shunt that goes from the top of my head down to my pelvis, and that's what keeps me alive today. He basically said my life at me.
This kind of crime we have zero tolerance for. We never want anyone to experience what you experienced, and that's why those detectives, they worked endlessly to try to catch the suspects, and we did, and they're going to be held accountable.
This entire incident has inspired you to explore a career in law enforcement.
He told me that he would do anything just to finish the case.
It makes you want to be that for someone else.
Yes. So this is something very special to us to give you. For your efforts, you are hereby presented a Certificate of Appreciation Award on behalf of Sheriff Kevin McMahill. Congratulations.
The Fox 5 Surprise Squad, along with our incredible partners, wanted to give this to you in honor of your bravery. That's $1,500 for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The strength that Edith and Eddie have shown was unbelievable.
We need more of that. We need people who want to help their community.
What you did was very brave. And at the end of the day, in order for us to keep this community safe, we have to partner with our community, and this is exactly what we're doing here.
Well, not all heroes wear capes. Connie and Pepe have looked after each other for years, even after they decided marriage wasn't for them. They stayed close, so when Pepe's health took a turn and the high cost of medical care backed him into a corner, Connie came to the rescue.
Connie is a phenomenal, amazing woman. She's someone that's been dealing with a lot of health issues, and she cares for her husband, who also deals with a lot of health issues. So we wanted to give her a little extra help with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. Hi! Are you Connie? So excited to meet you. I'm in Kirkhouse looking with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. So you guys have, quite the extensive story. So kind of tell us your journey.
We were married for about 14 years, and then we divorced, unfortunately.
What brought you guys back together after you guys divorced?
After we got divorced, because he got sick. And when we got married, actually, he couldn't even stand. He couldn't walk, he couldn't talk, he was on oxygen, he was dying. 5 years ago, they placed him in hospice. He needed a heart transplant as well as a kidney transplant. They indicated that he's not gonna live past six months. After that, there was a miracle. He ended up, his heart went back to normal, but still continuing to do dialysis for 13 years. He got a kidney in March of this year, finally after 13 years of waiting. After the transplant, he ended up having a stroke. About a month after that, they diagnosed him with Parkinson's.
What does it say to you that he's still here today?
If it wasn't for her, I don't know if I'd be alive. She has
given me new life.
During this journey, I had a heart attack last year, as well as a stroke. I'm a 7-time cancer survivor, and I believe the cancer is back again. We've been through a lot. It's been very difficult for us. A lot of problems financially. I mean, the medications, and people have to realize when you have a kidney transplant, the cost is very, very expensive. After the transplant, you have to take anti-rejection medication. He has to take it exactly the same time every day. He stops the anti-rejection medication, he'll lose the kidney. He had to take a loan out last month in order to go ahead and make it through November for our meds.
You said that you think the cancer might be back.
I survived 7 times already. What I'm worried for is not myself. I'm worried for him. Who's going to take care of him?
Despite everything that you're going through, you're so positive with everything, and that's something that's so commendable.
I'm blessed. I'm still alive. I have to smile. Every morning I wake up, it's a blessing. Every night I go to sleep, it's a blessing.
You are a Lyft driver, and
I was a Lyft driver. I was driving, and someone hit me. So now I have damage to my vehicle. I'm having damage to my vehicle. I can no longer drive. It turned our entire life upside down. Yeah, it's just, we don't know what to do anymore. That's why we're reaching out for help.
We want you to know that we hear you, we see you, and we want to help you in any way that we can.
We just want to finish you with this and hopefully help you guys just a little bit more.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, that is $2,500 from America First Credit Union, along with United Nissan.
You're right. Oh, how much ridiculous. So my life. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Connie is such a giver. You can just feel the relief that was coming out of her.
Well, it was great to come in at the time we did when they're having multiple struggles.
There's so many people out there that are in similar situations like ours, or even worse. And I advise everybody, always try to reach out, because I mean, there's always somebody out there that could possibly make a change in your life. Peppy, I know we're gonna be all right. I love you.
I love you.
Well, coming up next, a family facing eviction receives help just in time. And later, one of our biggest surprises ever with an added bonus, a special message of encouragement you don't want to miss.
It's time for the best holiday tradition to return.
No, not sitting by the fireplace. It's the 25th annual 98.5 KLUC Chet Buchanan Show Toy Drive. Starting November 30th, I'll be camping out at NV Energy for 12 days straight, collecting new unwrapped toys, bikes, cash, and gift cards. Let's make this the biggest toy drive ever.
This Take 5 to Care event is sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
At Adam Kuttner and Associates, people really do win.
Injured? Ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 382-0000, where winning is everything. Voted best law firm and best accident attorney in Las Vegas.
Holiday shopping doesn't have to be stressful. At Spas by Renee, a spa and sauna company brand, we create a relaxing shopping environment where our experts will help you find the perfect hot tub, swim spa, or sauna. In-stock hot tubs starting at just $39.99. Relax, knowing you'll save thousands on premium hot tubs from Hot Spring Spas, Finleo Saunas, and endless pool swim spas are on sale too. Visit Spas by Renee on South Pecos in Las Vegas. Let us enhance your space today.
My mom is my hero. Growing up, she worked 3 jobs just to save our house.
Those were really hard times, Tommy.
And in 2010, when A1 was struggling, she and my stepdad Bill left their hometown to join me at A1. From day one, all we ever did was take care of customers and treat them like family.
Your mom really taught you how to treat people right.
Call A1 for all your garage door needs, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Sam & Ash Injury Law is the team to trust if you've been injured. Don't leave your fate in the hands of the insurance company. Trust the attorneys who have collected more than $400 million, helping thousands of injury victims and their families get the justice they deserve. Not 1 cent of our fee is ever paid by you. Ever. Give us a call for free and get all of your questions answered before you make a decision. We're here to help 24/7. Sam & Ash, because you deserve what's right.
Only one question leads to life-changing money.
Is it real
or is it snake oil?
The game is simple. 2 outrageous products. Just pick the real from the fake.
Would you buy one of those?
Yeah, but I'm a weirdo. Celebrity sleuths help expose who's lying.
You a cop. You can detect snake oil.
How much would you risk?
They get excited. They like to spend your money.
Go big or go home.
The con is on.
Let's play snake oil.
All new Wednesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Hey, it's Erin Andrews here, reminding you to watch the NFL on Fox every Sunday.
The NFL on Fox. Saints.
That was incredible.
Falcons.
Touchdown.
Only on Fox 5. Broadcast locally sponsored by the Front Yard at Ellis Island. Catch all the action all season long with game day food specials. Visit ellisislandcasino.com for more details.
Las Vegas's favorite lifestyle and entertainment show.
We got an exclusive tour. Tell me more about that one.
Check it out today.
Get more on Fox 5, weekdays at 10.
You're watching the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. Local Heroes. Sponsored by United Nissan, America First Credit Union, and Albertsons Vons.
When times get tough, sometimes the most heroic thing you can do is just stay positive. So when Shakisha and her family were facing homelessness, she searched for solutions and eventually found the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. The Surprise Squad received an email yesterday from a mom who doesn't know where she's going to be living in a month. It's a family facing homelessness. We feel like time is of the essence, so we're going to go right now. Here we go. Hi. Are you Shakisha? Oh, yes. Sweetheart. I'm Melissa Deach with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. We received your email. We were so touched by it. We wanted to know if we could come in and chat with you.
Please, come on.
You wrote into the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. It really touched us. Just tell us what it is you're going through.
I received a 30-day notice stating that I had to vacate within 30 days because the owner wanted his place back. I've been a good tenant. Every payment's been on time, never late.
We've already got stuff boxing up. When did you start?
I'm scared they're gonna knock on the door anytime, Melissa.
What solutions are you trying to come up with?
Well, the only thing we can do is sleep in our car. I don't have anywhere to go. I've been calling so many places and asking for 3 times the rent.
And I'm sure it's hard to save in a single income family. Talk to me about why you can't work.
I suffer major depression. I used to be a hospice nurse. That kind of got to me. It seemed like every time I would walk in, one of my patients was passing away. And then with me lifting them, I have deteriorating disc in my back. And with me not really having family here, it's hard for me to find a babysitter for her.
Amazing is wearing a wonderful shirt with her name all over it.
Yes.
But tell me why you named her that.
Because she was a miracle child. Because I had so many miscarriages, and then the doctors told me that she may not make it. And I said, I'm gonna give it one more try. And she made it.
As an expecting mom, I can't even imagine what you're going through.
It's hopeless. Like, I don't have anybody to care, you know?
We care. We care. Hey, Shakisha, we want to introduce you our good friend, Debbie, from America First Credit Union.
We brought you this.
$5,000 from the Surprise Squad.
It's a miracle. God answer my prayers. Fox 5 knows. I will be able to find me a place and pay these people. Because I want to do the right thing. Thank you.
She has such a big heart. She wants to be helpful to everybody.
I'm so happy that she wrote into us and we were able to show up here for her today.
Oh my God, Robert!
Hi, how are you? Welcome home from work.
Oh my God.
I'm kind of speechless, though. We truly appreciate each and every one of you for making our life a little easier.
I feel a relief. I can breathe. Just know that there's always going to be a way to make it out. Thank you for caring. Thank you.
You don't have to save the world to be a hero. When the Fox 5 Surprise Squad heads to Albertsons to buy groceries, it's always a reminder that simple acts of kindness can go a long way. It not only provides relief for those trying to feed a family on a budget, it also gives shoppers the chance to share their inspiring stories.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for shopping with us today. One more hug. The Fox 5 Surprise Squad is out once again. We are at Albertsons right now.
We know it's tough out there. That's why we're here at Albertsons. We're ready to surprise some shoppers at checkout.
We are going to pay for some people's groceries. We want to spread some kindness.
Hi there. Hi there. Well, hello there.
I watch you guys every morning. You guys are buying a lot of groceries. You've got grandchildren and children. We want to take care of your groceries today at Fox 5.
Are you kidding me? This is amazing. I can't believe it.
Love to pay for your groceries today.
Oh, damn. Thank you. So appreciate it.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
That's great.
Seriously. Is that okay? Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. And we don't
Perfect act of kindness.
$136.58.
Oh my God. This is gonna pay my power bill. Thank you. I can turn my air conditioning on.
You don't have your air conditioning on?
Well, I tried to put it like at 85. Because...
That's hard.
Oh my gosh.
That'll be perfect. Thank you. It's very kind and nice.
Just like she said, work, rent going up, bills piling up. I just had her, so I'm currently not working.
I'm a new mom, obviously, so that's anytime we have formula is very expensive, so that's great.
What's the grand total, Betty?
$177. Never paid that much for groceries. I don't know what to say.
I've got another gift card for $100. So the next time you come here, you can get some vegetables.
Really?
That's right.
Everybody's come upon some hard times, and I love that you guys are helping the community and helping my customers out.
You want to make sure that you are taken care of. Here is a $100 gift card for next time.
Thank you.
$100 gift card for your next trip to Albertsons.
My goodness.
Oh, thank you very much. Way to go. Well done, y'all.
You're feeding a whole family right now, so that's a huge, huge thing. Thank you so much.
You'll never know when you'll run into the Surprise Squad at Albertsons, but be on alert as we head out every month to surprise shoppers at the checkout aisle. Coming up next.
You don't think people see your struggle, and she truly sees my struggle.
This Giving Tuesday, join Fox 5 and our Take 5 to Care partners as we support the Nevada SPCA. Each year, 2,500 pets are taken in by Nevada SPCA and cared for until they find forever homes. Donate and help these homeless pets with everything from food to medical care. Plus, help stock their pet pantry to assist local pet owners in need. Watch Fox 5 this Giving Tuesday and make a difference. Take 5 to Care is sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
Right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets, up to $800 on Stearns & Foster sets, and up to $400 on Sealy sets at the Best Mattress Black Friday sale. Plus, get no down, no interest financing and quick delivery. Best Mattress. Sleep easy, friends.
You look like a responsible family guy. You looking for something with a little more space? Since it's the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, I just seen your signature right here. Oh, you do have a driver's license, right?
I have mine.
Perfect timing.
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
Escape to a vacation at Circus Circus. Experience the thrill of the Adventure Dome. 5 acres with more than 25 rides to keep you on the edge of your seat. Ride our newest attractions, Nebula Z, Twists and Teacups, Circus Swings, and Little Sprinter Raceway. More rides, more excitement, an experience for the entire family. Life's a circus. Let's play!
look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue, plus get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Your local Las Vegas weather team sees the forecast a little different.
With our augmented reality. Temperatures tonight staying in the 90s.
Keeping you informed from new heights.
With a bird's eye view from above.
And
Fox to help you plan out the upcoming
weather app.
This is going to be a very active afternoon.
Your Fox 5 weather team. The most local weather coverage in the Valley.
As you shop for groceries this season, help feed another family too with the Take 5 to Care Holiday Donation Drive, benefiting 3 Square. Donate at the pen pad at any Alberts and Vons or online at fox5vegas.com. Every dollar donated provides 3 meals for families in need. The perfect gift. Donate at the pen pad to 3 Square. And together, we can feed everyone. Take 5 to Care is sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
Right now at the Best Mattress Black Friday sales event, to get a free premium put up adjustable base with select sets above size. Cooling pillow with any mattress purchase. Best Mattress. Sleep easy.
It's been said that good friends are hard to find, but Megan, single mother of 6, didn't have to look far. With this piling up and no relief in sight, her friend and personal hero rode into the Fox 5 Surprise Squad.
Megan is a person that has persevered through many different ups and downs, and when you have 6 children all on your own, that makes a pretty high impact on your life. No matter what life throws at her, she doesn't stop.
Megan just thinks you guys are grabbing a quick bite for lunch right now, but this is not what's going to happen.
Megan is probably going to freak out.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Excuse me, are you Megan? My name is Sam Argier. I'm with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you.
So we're here today because Amity wrote us a letter, and she was telling us a little bit about your story. You're a mother of 6 children.
I have 4 boys, 2 girls. My 16-year-old has what they call hypoplastic left heart syndrome. He has the courage of a lion. Like, he's been through so much, but yet he still gets up and he goes and plays basketball and football, and he cuts hair, and he just shows me that, like, if you want something bad enough, go get it.
You're a single mom as well.
Yes, I am. It's a struggle. I did lose my car because trying to keep up with car payments, and then I'm the only one working. The shutdowns, the lack of hours. Even if I could have got caught up, I would have been in the same predicament. So I knew that it was in my best interest for them to come pick up the car. The hardest part of that day was my son had came outside to take out the trash, and he's seen them tow the car.
How are you dealing with everything?
My faith in God. My faith. Sorry, I don't. My faith in God and my family. You know, my kids keep me going. It's hard, but they keep me going. They're my motivation. One thing I never wanted the kids to say is, Mommy quit, Mommy gave up. I'm trying to teach them to break generational curses. My daughter, she graduated from high school, and that was awesome because me and her father didn't graduate. They're gonna be way more than what me and their fathers were.
I know Amity might not be a blood relative, but she's been an amazing friend.
When we started working together, it was a tough time in my life, and she was there for me when I didn't really have anybody. And she was that strength that I needed. Sometimes you don't think people see your struggle, and she truly sees my struggle.
We have a couple of our friends here from United Nissan. I want to bring in Juanita.
We all know how difficult things can get from time to time. On behalf of America First Credit Union and Albertsons and United Nissan, we would like to give you this.
I will be able to buy a car, so we won't have to get on the bus. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
My heart just filled with joy for her because this was going to make a difference for her and her family today.
It was beautiful. Not only did she not expect it, but it was all put together by a friendship.
I know a lot of single moms out there that are struggling right now, and they're trying not to quit, and all I can say is don't quit, because God got you. And as long as you have the support system that you have, keep going, because things will get better. And I'm thankful that you were in my life.
We all have hard choices to make in life, but imagine forcing to choose between hearing and supporting your family. Well, a local man was facing that choice until the surprise squad came in.
Lindsay's one of a kind. He's always been since he was little. When he was 3 years old, we noticed that he was always quiet. And the doctor noticed, and he asked me if I had checked him for hearing. And that's how they find out that he was hearing impaired. Both of my sons are the same way. His hearing loss has got worse because of not wearing hearing aids. It hurts because I feel in a way it's my fault. To take care of me and to take care of my family, he couldn't take care of himself.
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, I'm Dave Hall with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. How are you? I'm good. A little surprised we're here, huh?
Yes.
She says you have overcome a lot of challenges in your life. Is that true?
Yes, I have. Stepping in the role, being a father to my brothers and sisters, and being around the house, providing for them. I was born hard of hearing, but my speech, I think I'm saying things, but sometimes I don't realize and hear that I'm actually mumbling.
Are you reading my lips? How can you tell what I'm saying?
I'm wearing a hearing aid right now. I'm reading your lips, so it helps me both ways.
Have you ever had someone do something really, really special for you before?
Like this, I guess not.
Well, it's about to happen today.
Like what? So these turns my brothers, and my mom was talking to me, but I didn't hear it. So when I turned around, she was crying, but I didn't know why. She said you can tell that I've been listening to hearing a lot.
Hello. Hi, Celia.
Yes.
Can you step out? Do you know who this young man is? Who is it?
It's your son. Yes.
Do you know why we're here?
I think I do.
And we're going to outfit him with the best hearing aids they have.
Oh, hijo, you hear that? God really bless you for this. Sacrifice college. He sacrificed his life. Didn't complain about his whole paycheck going towards rent, towards my medication. He's like a father figure that didn't have.
He deserves a lot. When my dad was out of the picture, he was the one raising me, taking care of me.
Hi, Lindsay. Welcome to Sam's Club.
Everything I have, the person I am today, is because of him.
All right, Elizabeth, this is Lindsay. What are you guys going to do for him today?
I'm going to test his hearing today and get him fit with our premium product.
With Sam's Club, we're able to help the members and clients immediately. Lindsay is having his hearing loss measured, and he'll be specifically fitted today with hearing aids, so he'll be able to hear all the things he's been missing for years.
What I'm going to do is just gradually increase the tone. Just repeat the word that he tells you to say.
Airplane.
Sam's is going to provide a 4-year warranty for his hearing aid, so he does not have to worry about anything if something were to go wrong. We're just all very happy to be a part of it.
It's emotional for a lot of people because it's things that they didn't realize they've missed for so long.
Lindsay, what exactly can you hear now?
I can hear the AC, shoppers.
It's sometimes more emotional for their family members than actually them.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Mom.
You could hear me? You could really hear me? Are you ready to hear somebody else that you've been wanting to hear? Say hi, Nina.
So for him to finally have what he's been wanting for so many years, he deserves it.
Thank you to everybody, and thank you, Mom, for nominating me. You can never put a price on your family. You have to sacrifice at all costs.
Coming up, this right here is going to be the coolest surprise ever.
Celebrate the holidays with glittering lights at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Open now. See the millions of sparkling, twinkling, blinking lights at Las Vegas Drive-Thru Spectacular. Bundle up, grab hot cocoa, and drive with the windows down. Get your tickets at fox5vegas.com. This Take 5 to Care event is sponsored by Finley Subaru of Las Vegas and Landmark Recovery.
Even in Southern Nevada, the winter months can be tough. Do you have a cold room in your house? A room with drafts? Let's fix that. Desert King Windows, we specialize in keeping your home warm and cozy during the winter. Hi, I'm Jason, owner of Desert King Windows, the #1 most recommended window and door company in Southern Nevada. We've been transforming cold rooms into comfortable spaces for over 24 years. Don't let a cold draft ruin your winter. Call Desert King Windows today for your free, no pressure, in-home estimate.
We use the best windows, 'cause nothing works better. Desert King Windows, we knock out the weather.
Walker's Black Friday sale continues with hundreds of doorbusters. Save up to 70% store-wide. Plus, get an additional 20% off hundreds of items. Save $500 on this dual reclining sofa with LED lighting. Doorbuster price $394. Or get this 6-piece contemporary bedroom group only $399. 48 months no interest financing with no money down. Nobody gives you more on Black Friday than Walker.
Because I can.
You know, Francis, it might be time for a change.
More people are changing to the 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. Go the distance with up to 64 miles per gallon. Seating for 7. Award-winning safety. Plus the best warranty on all 2024 models. Lease the Outlander PHEV for $249 a month for 24 months. Or get 0% financing on a 2024 Outlander. Make the change to a Mitsubishi today.
Sometimes the change is good.
Only at Johnny Legend's Mitsubishi.
A study by insurance companies found that on average, people who hired a lawyer got 3.5 times more money than those who didn't. Your accident is not a do-it-yourself project. Hire the right legal team with a proven record of getting results for injuries and families. The attorneys at Sam & Ash have collected $400 million in settlements, and not 1 cent of our fee is ever paid by you. Call us today. Sam & Ash, because you deserve what's right.
Witness the future of the NBA on Fox 5 and Triple SEN with NBA G League Ignite TakeOver. Watch tomorrow morning on Fox 5. Are the future stars of the NBA playing right here, right now in the Valley? We look ahead to this season and beyond. The NBA is here now. NBA G League Ignite TakeOver. Watch tomorrow morning on Fox 5 and catch more Ignite action all season long on Fox 5 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network.
Brickmasters, here we are again asking our builders to create something beautiful and then destroying it.
Thursdays, Lego Masters is back with a colossal new season.
And it's huge.
And all the drama you can handle.
Get out of here.
We have a problem. It's literally sink or swim.
Please float, please float, please float.
We got a minifig down.
Lego Masters, Thursdays at 9/8 Central on Fox.
He knows when you're naughty, he knows when you're nice, but Santa Claus didn't know the Fox 5 Surprise Squad was headed his way. After years of giving back to the Las Vegas community, our squad had a special gift for Santa.
We are about to surprise the one, the only Santa Claus. Santa, Santa!
Merry Christmas.
I'm Mike Davis with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad.
God bless you.
I know Fox 5, we told you we're coming here to surprise students at the DRC, but the Fox 5 Surprise Squad came here to surprise you.
Ooh, I got goose pimples.
You're traveling all over the globe. It's a long commute from the North Pole to get here, but you have taken a particular interest in Las Vegas. Why do children with intellectual disabilities, why does that mean so much to you?
When you have everything, you need to know that there's other people that need to share that. And you have the ability to share it. All you have to do is say, I can help that person. And when I saw the joy that I was bringing the kids here, I was overwhelmed. And I got hooked ever since.
It's hard work being Santa. How are you able to keep doing this?
I've had 5 knee surgeries. My car, when I'm driving down the road, sometimes it just decides to shut down. If it keeps running and the sled keeps rocking, and we'll just see.
It's really profound on how someone can be so selfless and come and help out our person served. So I really appreciate him for doing that for us for so many years.
Well, I know he has a very big heart for the children, and that gives of himself and doesn't expect anything in return.
It's not easy being Santa. I know a lot of times you go into people's houses, sometimes people give you milk and cookies, but somebody wanted to give back to you something better. Juanita is from United Nissan.
Hi, Santa.
Yo, baby.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir.
God bless you.
And you are such a treasure to this community, and you bring so much joy. And we just wanted to give you this and tell you thank you.
Thank you. Holy cow. After 31 years, this is a first. Ooh, I don't know what to say right now. Thank you. I'm not the same as I was 25 years ago. Everything needs help. Everything needs attention, so this will straighten out a lot of stuff.
When we heard about Santa, we knew that he's a special person and he deserves a little bit of extra Christmas joy.
You have to be appreciative of life. When you have everything, you need to know that there's other people that need to share that. And then pretty soon the world just becomes more, yo, baby. Merry Christmas!
Our final story is one of our biggest surprises ever. Violet is a smart and driven teen, but a tragic event in her childhood robbed her of the guiding support of a mother. So family friends Mark and Karen stepped in, offering all they could. These special people in Violet's life were her heroes, and they called in the Fox 5 Surprise Squad when Violet needed an extra boost to get ready for college.
We met Violet in February of 2022. She had been a friend of our son's. Violet lost her mother the day before she was starting middle school, and her dad was struggling with finding work. They got evicted from the house they were living in.
Her family has moved out of town, and Violet is really on her own here.
Violet graduated with an advanced diploma. She'll be going to college in the fall at Nevada State University.
It's unfortunate that someone that has such great character and intelligence may not have the resources to take advantage of the opportunity.
Well, here at Nevada State, Violet and Karen are on the way. We have people hidden everywhere. We have cameras hidden everywhere. This right here is going to be the coolest graduation surprise ever.
Violet, welcome to Nevada State. We have a special message for you.
Hi, Violet.
Hey, Violet. Violet, I just wanted to send along my best wishes for a fantastic young person.
You have such a great spirit and genuine heart.
Hi, Violet. Congratulations on going to NSU. Your hard work and dedication clearly paid off, and I'm so proud of you. I just wanted to wish you good luck for the next few years and keep up the hard work, and I know you will do awesome things.
Violet, I'm so proud of you. If ever I had a daughter, I would wish that she was just like you.
Violet, what I want you to know, and never forget this, that truly you can do whatever you want. And we will always, always, always be there for you. We love you.
Yay! Violet, congratulations on getting into NSU. We're all so proud of you.
Congrats, Violet. Keep up the great work. You're going to be awesome.
Hello, Violet. Welcome to Nevada State, and what we hope is one of the best days of your entire life. My name is Dave Hall with the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. Are you okay? Are you doing okay? Are you doing okay?
Well, I came here for a packet, so I'm a little shocked a little bit, but...
Well, that's not all. Follow me. Come on. What's your reaction to this?
I do feel very blessed to have everybody that's here, and it makes me feel very supported and cared for.
Well, let's start with Mark. You two hugged first. What does Mark mean to you?
You know, I don't really have a dad who's present in my life, so For the last year and a half, Mark has really been that person for me. And we always joke because he always lectures me, but I do always learn from him.
And what about Karen?
The same thing, my mom passed away when I was really little, so I never a motherly connection with anybody. Karen has been that person for me. Karen is also a teacher. She teaches special education. It's kind of what makes me want to be a special education teacher as well.
When we first met Violet, we loved her right away, and we never expected the journey that we went on, but we've learned as much from her as she has from us. We're just really excited for her new adventure. I'm beyond proud of her, and I hope she never forgets that, because she's an amazing young woman.
We may have helped Violet guide her way